9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin.
In the city of Philly, where the birds take flight, Eagle swag on the rise each and every night. Jalen and Markus got the scoop ready to ignite. From the lanes of South Street to the Broad Street lights, dashing like a running back, hitting every play. Blind guys in the zone, never led astray. Talking touchdowns, talking game day. Huddle around the mic, hear what they gotta say. Fly like an eagle soaring in the sky. Jalen and Markus always standing by, bringing their heat, call it do or die. Philly squad, hear the battle cry. Fly like an eagle soaring in the sky. Jalen and Markus always standing by, bringing their heat, call it do or die. Philly squad, hear the battle cry.
What's going on, Tone? We are here in the building, and now it is time to lock it up.
Yes.
Time to lock up the NFC East, bro. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. It's the holiday season. Christmas is what, 5 days away?
5 days away. If you ain't finished shopping
man.
by now, and I haven't, you on your own.
I'll tell you this. I am officially done. Got all my gift shopping done. I got some stuff done early, and got my last gift, ordered my last gift yesterday or last night. So everybody's in good shape. I took care of everybody. Christmas was way larger and way more expensive than I anticipated this year.
The older you get, the more expensive it becomes, bro.
I went in with a plan.
And the less things that you want. That's what's so funny. The less you want or the less you need, the more expensive it gets.
Markus, I came in with a plan, bro. My wifey and I, shout out to my wife, man. She's remarkable. We came in with a plan. We're a part of where we're gonna buy gifts for these people, and we're gonna buy this amount of gifts for ourselves. We're a part of 2 Elfsters. Well, we're a part of like 3 separate gift exchanges. We are buying gifts for each other, way more than I thought we would. We bought gifts for our parents and our siblings and whatnot. It didn't end. I thought I checked the boxes, but it didn't end. So look, man, I'm just grateful that overall, these are the problems you want to have in life.
Facts.
You know,
Facts.
Life can be different for a lot of people. It's some people that's not even having the Christmas they thought they would have. It's people that probably got laid off this month. It's probably people who had to tap into their savings because something happened, right? There's probably people who just don't believe in the, what Christmas represents. There's some people who have their own idea of how Christmas has, further indoctrinated us to capitalism, right?
Commercialism and all that.
Commercialism, and if you want to go that route, everyone has their own perception of Christmas. Some people may not celebrate it. That's totally fine, right? This show is rated E, rated everybody. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm grateful that I'm even capable. We're even capable to even do something for our family members, for each other. Still able to pay our bills. It's not something that a lot of people are just able to do comfortably, right? Some people just got to focus on the essentials, and whatever happens after that is a blessing. So,
absolutely.
I don't take my position for granted. I don't take my blessings for granted either. So, and neither do you. It's just, again, I love this time of year. I love this time of year, man. I've been overdosing on Christmas movies and holiday Dutch butter cookies.
Not the Dutch butter cookies.
Yeah, the ones that come in the tin.
Coming to 10, the one that your mom used to put all the sewing utensils in after you was done.
Exactly. So happy holidays to everybody. Whether you celebrate or not, if you're celebrating Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever holiday that's prominent for you and your family, your culture, your lineage, happy holidays to you guys. And hopefully everybody is able to celebrate in some kind of way, be if it's just a nice dinner with the family,
Facts.
being able to exchange gifts, just being able to pay your bills on time. It's the little things in life, man. So anything else that come after that is a plus.
Absolutely, man. And shout out to everybody that was with me when I did my live stream when I was out cooking. When I was out cooking, smoking my pork butt for my company party. So turned out great. Appreciate everybody that tuned in. I had a large foil pan of pulled pork.
I saw that too.
That went in about a half an hour.
You keep messing with me too,
man. Listen,
you're not gonna keep tagging me in these videos,
bro. I don't mess around with my cue, dog. I don't mess around with it.
Well, you messing with my emotions. You messing with something.
And let me be honest with you. I've been thinking about doing this for a while, but I just couldn't do it because filming cooking is hard enough.
Yeah.
Filming cooking by yourself is even worse. But with my new gimbal, and I got the AI tracker on it, so I ain't got to touch the camera. It'll just follow me around. I'm like, I might be able to do some things with that. So,
well, you told me last time your job gave you like 2 days off on the road just so you can cook barbecue for them.
That was when I was at Apple. When I was working for Apple, they did that. They bought me 6 12-pound pork shoulders, and they gave me. We were going into holiday. Holiday is always busy, so Apple was always one that when it was holidays and we knew we were gonna get smashed in the store, they would have food, drinks, coffee, donuts, pretzels, everything. They don't want you to leave for nothing. You need a break, take a break. We got pretzels and coffee and stuff in the back. So it was gonna be one of those times. We had just gotten into our new space. No. We had just gotten our new break room, which was a lot bigger than what we usually had, and they let me. I was scheduled on Friday. They gave me off on Friday, paid for it, and then paid for me to work on Saturday. But Saturday, that's when I brought the food and just stayed in there and was serving everybody and all that kind of stuff. So, like, they take care of it, man. They do good things like that, man. So,
yeah, man. That's
yeah. Shout out to the barbecue nerds out there, man. Barbecue is important.
For sure, man. I'm still getting better. I love barbecuing. I love doing it, but you do it on the level that I can only aspire to be.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna feel like I'm not gonna feel like I made it until I get myself like a smoker. So I'm not gonna feel like I made it until I got one of those.
Go ahead, do it, man. Do it. What you waiting for? Do it.
I know.
So
I know that might be.
Let me for y'all that haven't seen yet.
Oh yeah.
Let me bust out the wings for y'all.
You are hilarious for this, y'all. Marcus is for one. He talk about how he ain't got time to do this, he ain't got time to do that. You know, when he cooking and he doing this, he got the grandkids and wifey and running errands. Listen, this brother got too much time on his hands. Don't let him fool y'all. Okay, too much time on his hands.
Y'all tell me if y'all like my wings, man. I've been working on this, been thinking about this for a while. Let me know what you think. Got the wings flapping. You know what I'm saying?
Ridiculous.
Had to do it.
Ridiculous, man. Wait. Do that one more time, man. Do that one more time for the people in the back. So maybe people probably turn their head. Do it one more time.
Had to do it, man. Had to do it.
If y'all just listening to the show, Marcus completely animated his what was a still background, a standard JPEG or PNG. My man is real good with the tech. Found a way to turn this thing into live action Eagles wings, the official Philadelphia Eagles wings behind his back. Them things flying. My man looking like Archangel. You feel me?
One of the X-Men.
Man. Yeah, for sure. We appreciate y'all, man. We got a good show. We got a good show ahead of us. Eagles play today at 4 p.m. Central Time, 5 p.m. Eastern.
5 p.m. Eastern time.
Yep, 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central. So that's for me. But you guys, Eagles have an opportunity to clinch the division for the second season in a row for the first time since 2004.
Since 04, yeah.
04. The last quarterback to do so was Donovan McNabb, and that's great company. Donovan McNabb is one of the greatest quarterbacks in Eagles history, and Donovan McNabb holds essentially all the passing records for the Philadelphia Eagles. Donovan McNabb obviously had a very, very, I would say, you have to say successful because the Eagles were relevant. Completely relevant, always in the mix under Donovan McNabb's leadership.
Absolutely. Now, didn't he win it 4 times in a row?
He made it, or the division. That's a good question. I think that's a good point. I think they did win the division like 4 3 or 4 times in a row, something like that. Something like that.
I
It was
know they
definitely
won
consecutive year.
I thought they won the NFC East 4 times in a row, and out of that, they won the division twice, maybe.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, so they made it to the conference championship, like, what was it, 4 times in his tenure?
Something like that, yeah.
But they won the division like 3 times in a row. Something like that. I don't know.
I always get confused. Is it the NFC East is the conference, and the
No.
NFC
NFC East is our division.
division? Okay.
Yeah. Because East, North, Southwest, all that kind of stuff. So, and NFC is the conference. So, but nonetheless, though, Jalen Hurts and these boys.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we repeated.
Yeah, it's been a long time since anybody repeated. Dak hasn't been able to do it. Eli Manning hasn't been able to do it. Jalen Hurts to be the first quarterback since McNabb to do so in the division. So that's a pretty big deal. It's a very big deal.
Right.
But obviously the Eagles' aspirations are much larger than just winning the division. But today it's all about the division. And they have a chance to clinch it in their matchup against the Washington Commanders, a Washington Commanders team who is a mass unit.
Yeah.
A mass unit. And to move the conversation forward, right? Before the season started, when I looked at Washington's off-season acquisitions and how they built their team, I was telling people they're too old. They're too old. They're not going to make it to the finish line. Now they sustained injuries to some young players too, but they had, I believe, the oldest roster in football, the second or third. Like they were top 3 in one of the oldest rosters in football, without question. And they were one of the oldest rosters last year. And they brought back a lot of those same guys on 1-year deals, right? Last year was a magical season for them. It was a resurgent season for them. This season, they got humbled. And they were reminded that they still have a long way to go to sustain success. Say what you want about the Eagles and what they've experienced this year. It's not easy being cheesy. It's not easy being the Philadelphia Eagles. It's not easy sustaining something like this. You got to get credit where credit is due to Howie Roseman, Nick Sirianni, Jalen Hurts, and the training staff and
let's not
medical
forget
staff.
Let's keep it a buck. They got lucky last year.
I was trying to avoid that word, but
nah, I won't.
I think it's the truth. Lucky. I agree with you.
They got the Hail Mary, and there was another game that they should have lost, and they didn't.
They should have lost in the wild card round, but they missed a doink field. I mean, they made a field goal that bounced off the upright. It just bounced in.
Something crazy like that, yeah. But for me, if they don't win that game against Chicago with the Hail Mary, they don't make the playoffs.
That's a fact.
So it is what it is.
Yeah. Now, granted, they wrangled in some wins after that game as well. Right? A lot of games did happen after that, but the bottom line is Washington was a team that was ahead of schedule, and they capitalized on the opportunities that they were granted. Let's call it what it is. And when they got a chance to go up against the number 1 seed in the divisional round, they showed up. We can't take that away from them, right? They showed up. Granted, they showed up against a team that I never believed in the first place. I've always felt like the Detroit Lions.
They beat Detroit, right?
Yeah, they beat Detroit at Ford Field.
Yep.
So that's a big win. That's a signature win.
Well, the one thing that I want to put some emphasis on, and that's a great example. That game where they beat Detroit in Detroit.
That's a
this
signature
thing is going
win.
to play itself out one way or the other. And regardless of what people think, regardless of what your opinions are, whether you like the coaches, you like the players, you like the quarterbacks, whatever your opinion is on insert player here, insert position here, insert coach here, whatever your thoughts are on that, it is going to play itself out one way or the other. And at the end of the day, the guys on the field are and have always been the ones that make the difference. It's not on the play calling. It's not on the refs. It's not none of that. Them guys in between that lines are going to determine who takes the next step. And if we handle business like we're supposed to handle business, we should be the first time NFC repeaters since 2004.
Even
let's not be about the bullshit.
No, yeah, for sure. Especially going through what they went through this year. The Eagles, they've been through a lot this season. A lot of ups and downs, a lot of inconsistencies, injuries at key spots, in particular on the offensive line. Overall, as an offense, they have not played up to par. But they are coming off of a very, very I would argue, important win. I think that win was very important against the Las Vegas Raiders because what it did was it stopped the bleeding.
Yes.
Let's make that clear. It stopped the bleeding. They were on the brink of what many thought was a collapse. They lost to a team in the Dallas Cowboys that's not going to make the playoffs, a team that they had a 21-point lead on and then got shut out in the second half. I don't expect that to happen again. They went up against a Chicago team that they could potentially see in the playoffs. But even despite giving up over 250 yards rushing, they were well within reach to win that game. And they lost to a Chargers team that I don't think is serious whatsoever. I think they're just there are certain teams in this league that I just think are window dressing. And what I mean by that is they look good. They supposedly pass the eye test, right? They're flashy. They're exciting. They got the guys you love to root for, right? But when it comes down to it, do you really believe them? And that's how I felt about Detroit last season. That's how I feel about the Chargers. The Chargers are an organization, not just a team, an organization. They don't care about winning, really. They care about being in the mix. There's a difference.
Yeah.
There's a difference. There's some teams who just care about being in the mix. That's the Chargers. That's who they've been my entire lifetime.
Do you realize we are 2 plays, literally? We are 2 plays from being 11-3. If they don't call that BS holding call on Mailata, we get that touchdown and we beat the Chargers. And then I'm trying to remember exactly what happened. I'm trying to remember what play it was against Chicago that flipped it for us. If we would have made that play, we probably
would have. In my opinion, the play that flipped it for the Eagles versus Chicago was the Jalen Hurts fumble.
The fumble, but before that, did we miss a field goal?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so.
Didn't we miss a field goal that would have essentially ended it? It wasn't like a last minute.
Listen, hey, y'all, 22H. They're not legit. They're not legit.
Yeah, I don't. Like I said, it'll play itself out one way or the other, and all things will be exposed again, as they always are. Yeah,
we've seen the Chargers in many different eras under different quarterbacks with a 10-win, 12-win season. We've seen it. We've seen it.
Absolutely.
There's like there are certain organizations you got to pay attention to what they've shown you. In my opinion, you got to pay attention to just what organizations show you, not just the team. They make you think. Listen, that's just my opinion. You know, I definitely want you to agree.
Take that to the next step. Take that to the next step. And I'm looking at it from this standpoint. Isn't it funny how when a team makes it to the playoffs and everybody thinks that they weren't going to make it, that fan base is going to give you every reason in the world why they made it. They list stats. They list big plays. They'll go through they'll run it back, and they'll lay out every situation why they made it, right? But they totally neglect the same reasons for the team they're playing. Everybody wants to crown Matthew Stafford, but they refuse to say, yeah, but we beat them early in the year. Well, they're a different team. So the hell are we?
Yeah, regardless how you feel about it.
Remember we talked about this last year, how when you get to this point in the season, everything, the bias gets so one-sided, it's not even funny. Yeah, that the Rams are a different team now. Mm-hmm. So are we. Our defense is better.
Yes, I agree with that.
And depending on how we play today, we might have the legitimate opportunity to say our offense is better now, too. Now we got rid of the fluff. Now we got rid of what everybody else wanted to see, and we got back to doing what we did when we were winning. Shout out to Ike Reese. Enough with the style points. Do whatever the hell we did to start winning. If AJ only get 4 catches, so be it. If Devontae gets 6, so be it. If Dallas gets 10, so be it. Whatever it takes to win. To me, that's what it looked like last week. I didn't see, even the wrinkles we put in the game plan. You still got to execute. I didn't see no dumb penalties. I didn't see any missed opportunities. We talked about going back to that Cowboys game.
Mm-hmm.
If Zach Bond catches that pick, that game's essentially over. But we didn't take advantage of the opportunity. So I'm looking at it from that standpoint. When we get the opportunities to get our hands on the ball, get your hands on the ball and come down with it. And that's exactly what we did. When we got in the red zone, we scored. I like the play design. I like the shuffle pass and all of that type of stuff. They should have 8 more variations of them same plays. So let's be about the business. Everybody's expecting Saquon to go crazy today. And I'm like, I need to see it first. That would be great if that happened. But based on what our offensive line has done thus far this year, I need to see another day, another game where our offensive line can win in the trenches.
I agree with that.
So Washington ain't just gonna give it to us.
No, of course not. Of course not. And like you just did, bringing it back to Washington, I think it's some key things to mention, especially when it comes to injuries on their side. Again, this is a team that is hanging on by a thread. On the season, Washington is 4-10. 4-10. That's quite frankly abysmal. And of course, they sustained some key injuries. A 4-10 record, though, man. You lose your quarterback for a majority of the season. Jalen Daniels officially has been shut down for the season. I think they should have shut him down prior to him re-injuring his elbow.
Agreed.
Honestly, your season was there was nothing for you to play for.
Season was done before then.
Your season was done, and you threw him out there, and he re-aggravated that elbow. Lord knows what other damage he did to it. He also dealt with a knee this year, and I think last year he dealt with a hip or a rib. And
it was ribs.
And I think he missed a game last year or 2. I can't quite remember. I know when we played against him, he was dealing with the rib as well. But so far these past 2 seasons, he's been dealing with elbow, knee, rib. Jane Daniels is a talented player, super talented. They need to do right by that man and get this roster younger. They need more talent on the perimeter. They need more talent on the interior of the offensive line. But just going through their injuries, let's just listen to this. Eddie Goldman, D tackle, out with a concussion. Colson Yankoff, tight end, out with an ankle injury. Laramie Tunsil, offensive tackle, out with an oblique. Javante Jean-Baptiste, defensive end, IR. Trey Amos, their star rookie corner, IR. Luke McCaffrey, their young wide receiver in the slot, IR. Noah Brown, IR. Jaden Daniels, shut down for the season. Zach Ertz, IR with a torn ACL. Marshawn Lattimore, IR. Dorrance Armstrong, IR. Dietrich Wise Jr., IR. Austin Eckler, IR. Lucas Niang, offensive line, IR. Like, those are key positions in the trenches on the offensive.
Yep.
Your skill position guys, D-line, like secondary. This team is yours for the abusing.
And just like the Raiders game, I know what my expectations are.
Mm-hmm.
But I also know how every time we play one of these games in our division, things got a tendency to get squirrely. So let's not do that. Let's just handle business, put the foot on the neck, and apply pressure.
I agree 100%.
Let's not play down to the competition. Let's not let them stay in the game. None of that. Let's be about business, take care of business, and on to the next one. On to Buffalo, because Buffalo's the test. Buffalo's going to be the real measuring stick.
That part.
That's going to be the measuring stick where everybody's going to say, I don't see the Eagles doing anything in the playoffs, and you're going to have all that narrative come back again. So
that's the one game
today. Then we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
I agree 100%. That Buffalo game, that's the game where you can reinvigorate national interest or national belief. right? You know, beating the Raiders, beating the Commanders. People, you know, we're going to put stock into it because we're experiencing it with the team. But on the outside looking in, you know, national guys, they're not going to put stock in those wins. You beat Buffalo, and look, there's some people who don't believe in Buffalo, but
Right.
Buffalo came back on a red hot New England Patriots team, and now the number one spot in the AFC East is fully within reach for Buffalo. Granted, they're still a tick behind. I think they're a game behind New England, but that was a very big win, especially since New England beat them earlier in the season. So this is a big opportunity for both of those organizations, actually. Buffalo, they want to obviously get their number one. They have a chance to win their division and improve their seeding. The Eagles, you know, you beat Washington, you get the division, but you beat Buffalo. Now people are starting to.
They're going to perk up.
They're going to perk up a bit.
Yep.
They're going to perk up. And they ain't going to have no choice but to respect it. You go into the playoffs on a Raiders, Commanders, Buffalo Commanders, 4-game winning streak. Your offense is rolling. Defense is doing what they did. Now, come to Philly and see if you talking. See if you got that same energy when you come to Philly.
Hey, watch this. So, even with the Chargers game, Jalen Hurts 397 attempts, 6 interceptions.
Right.
Marcus Mariota 213 attempts, 7 interceptions. Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah. Look, this is a divisional game. They're missing a lot of leadership on that team. Obviously, they still got Bobby Wagner. They still got Frankie Louvu, right? You got guys who are going to play hard.
Absolutely.
And this is the first time they're seeing us this year. You know, since we did what we did to them in the playoffs
last year. Yeah.
So this is going to be an interesting game from that from that standpoint. You have some guys in that roster that felt that pain. And
you know they
have a lot
to get their lick back, especially them guys on that defense.
Yeah, but you got a lot of guys who just aren't going to be there.
Is McLaurin playing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but in my humble opinion, when it came to Washington's offense, in my humble opinion, I've always felt like, even though Terry McLaurin is their number one, I've always felt like Zach Ertz is.
He was the safety blanket.
He was that safety blanket. He was that safety blanket. He was, when all else fails, he's going to be open. Find him. Now that he's not there, I am curious to see how they distribute the ball. No Noah Brown, no Luke McCaffrey. It's just Terry McLaurin and Marcus Mariota.
Yep.
You don't even got Larry Tunsil on offensive line to protect his backside. So it's going to be really interesting to see. Again, I'm with you. This is a game that you got to take care of business. Don't overcomplicate this. I also believe that this is a game where style points will help you. Make this team look like they're 4-10. Make them look like they're 4-10. Washington right now on defense, they are allowing over 6 yards per play. That's 31st in the league.
Yeah.
They are allowing teams to score in the red zone at a 64.8% clip. That's 28th in the league. They are allowing 26.8 points per game. That's 26th in the league. They are allowing 382.6 yards per game. That's 31st in the league. They can't stop the run. They can't stop the pass. Team quarterbacks are averaging 8.4 yards per attempt in the air. That's the worst in the league. The worst. You could throw on this team. Oh yeah, I forgot Debo there. Anyway, you could throw on this team, and you could run on this team.
Yeah, and I'm very curious, how the Eagles are going to attack on the ground. Are they going to continue to go inside the tackles, or are they finally going to let Saquon get outside? Him and Tank Bigsby, because we got to see Tank today. This is the perfect opportunity to have a 1-2 punch. So I'm very interested to see the approach they take in running the ball. I know the first couple times, I'm going to say the first 5 to 8 carries are probably going to be inside the tackles.
You got to test it, right?
You got to test it to see if it's there. If it's soft up the middle, you know, we'll see what they can do. Are we going to continue to be in the under center where the play action is more effective?
Mm-hmm.
Because the stats are bearing that out. So you gotta go with what works. At this point, there's no misunderstanding with what works. And what that does is that puts more pressure on the head coach and the OC, because now we've got more than enough data that says, hey, when you're under center, these things work better. When you're not, they don't. And y'all know this. So if we're putzing around, not handling business and trying to shove everything behind Cam Jurgens, and, you know, Saquon is once again is trying to make people miss to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm looking at the coaches like, you knew this was coming and you knew what the results were. Go with what works, and this ain't working. So can I trust you to change it up and give us a better opportunity for success? It's still on the players to execute, but go with what the percentages tell you. Go with if the analytics tell you we need to be running outside the tackles, then damn it, run outside the tackles. Don't make it complicated. So we'll see.
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. I would love to see more Tank Bigsby. I think it just provides a nice change of pace. You know, there are moments where I see an opportunity for Saquon to lower his shoulder and really go blow for a guy, but he tends to opt to try to make a miss or cut.
Yeah.
That's his style. That's fine. You know, there's moments where he does put his shoulder down. I'm not going to take that away from him. But Bigsby, he makes his move, and if you're in the way, he's trying to run through your face.
He commits to it.
So I think giving the defense different styles to wake their mind up for, you know what I'm saying? Like to get up for, that's going to help your offense. And it's going to afford you. They're just going to have to respond to you differently. I just want them to. Sometimes you just want the defense to just think a little bit extra. Think a tick longer than they normally would. Oh, Tank's on the field. Okay, maybe they're doing this, right? So if Tank's on the field, they're probably thinking, okay, they're probably going to give it to Tank. You know, Tank is not somebody they use in a passing game like that. If Tank's on the field, they're probably going to pass the ball. I mean, run the ball. That may be a perfect opportunity to get him to play action. So, Jalen Hurts, Tank Bigsby, I formation, play action. You catch him. They believe Tank's going to run that middle because that's just his style.
Or if they come out with the two-back set, it is possible if you can get Saquon up to the line of scrimmage in that tight end spot. Now you win in the chess match, because if he's at the tight end location, more than likely he's going to be guarded by a linebacker. And I'll take that mismatch.
Absolutely.
If the defense is if we catch the defense in the right positions.
Yeah, I also want to see more AJ Brown in the slot. He scored his touchdown.
Dude, why do we have to keep saying that?
I don't know. It's common sense. You have weapons, move them around. You have chess pieces, move around the board. It shouldn't.
That is coaching malpractice.
Shouldn't be just complicated. He lined up in the slot, and he ran that skinny post right up the middle.
If we line him up in the slot, and let's say we get off 2 quick slants, now they're going to be looking for it. So that sets up everything else. Because now they're going to be looking to double him somehow, shift it over so you got 2 men in the zone. That means somebody open. That's the gamble you take. We can go back and look at the Super Bowl. They gamble bringing that extra man in the box. That means you got somebody open on the corners. I'm looking for big plays to happen today, because they got to make a choice, and we got to burn them for that choice. So it was a couple of nice looks last week, but let's see if we can expand upon that and go to the next level. So we'll see what Patullo's going to do.
Yeah. In Washington's last game, they managed to beat the New York Giants 29-21. Obviously, both of those teams are lackluster. The Giants only got 2 wins, and say what you want. say what you want about Jalen Hurts. The fact that Jackson Dart couldn't get them more than 2 wins is a problem for me. Because even when Jalen Hurts had his first year starting, and that team was still not what it is today, right? The receiver core wasn't what it is today. You had Devontae Smith and everybody else. So like obviously the Eagles are more technically more talent on offensive line, but people forget that season your interior was compromised completely.
Yes.
Here's why I say that. For those of you who don't remember that first season, Jalen Hurts was without Isaiah Malu and Brandon Brooks for the majority of that season. I think Isaiah Malu got hurt week 1 and Brandon Brooks got hurt like week 3, week 2. Like it was that interior was completely compromised. So they went through their own fair share of growing pains, but nonetheless, first year starting, Jalen Hurts got you to the playoffs, 9-8 record, new coach and everything. So when I look at the New York Giants, the fact that Jackson Dart couldn't get you to 5 wins, you know, that's a little funny to me. Granted, he did miss some games with a concussion, missed a game or 2. But back to Washington, 4-10 on the season. Marcus Mariota, they beat them 29-21. Mariota, they're clearly not trying to put as much pressure on Mariota. They ran the ball. They were able to run the ball. They ran the ball 37 times for 145 attempts. They averaged 3.9 yards per carry, 1 rushing touchdown. Their longest run of the day was 16 yards. Marcus Mariota went 10 for 19, 211 passing yards, averaged 11 yards an attempt, 1 touchdown.
Didn't we play against Mariota last year?
No.
Okay.
Both times against Jaden Daniels last year. Beat him the first time, lost the second time. Kenny Pickett was the backup though for us in that second matchup. Right. But based off this previous game,
that's when Jalen got hurt.
Yes, like on the second drive or something like that. But based off of this game plan, based off the ball distribution at that, they want to get that ball going on the ground.
Yes.
If I'm the Eagles, the one thing you're not going to be able to do today is run the ball. I feel very comfortable forcing Marcus Mariota to drop back 25 plus times, however long it is, however many times it is. I feel very comfortable forcing him to drop back more times than 19. So I want to put them in position where they're in 2nd and long, 3rd and long, force them to have to make a play. You don't want them winning first down. If they're living in 2nd and medium, 3rd and short, you're already behind the 8 ball. Another thing that stood out about that win against the Raiders, you force them to live in 2nd and long, 3rd and long. You force them to have to be perfect for extended periods of time. And that's hard for bad teams to do. It's hard for bad teams to string together 9, 10, 11, 12 play drives. So that falls right into the hands of what Vic Fangio wants from his opponents. Bend but don't break. And eventually they're going to make a mistake. And we're going to capitalize on that mistake. And that's what the Eagles did last week. I expect them to do the same thing this week. I don't expect anything less.
I'm looking at Brandon's chat right here, and I agree. Don't be surprised if Mariota's on the move a lot.
Well, yeah, listen, he ran the ball 10 times last week.
Scheduled, not scrambling. Scheduled runs.
He ran the ball 10 times last week, 43 attempts. Average 4.3 yards a carry. They're going to do whatever they need to do to get that ball moving. You're going to see Mariota running the ball. You're going to see all of that. But again, Mariota also fumbled the ball twice last week, lost one of them. So do what you need to do. I expect Mariota is a vet, but he's still Marcus Mariota with all due respect. And the Eagles defense and the Giants defense don't breathe the same air. The Eagles defense is playing at a different speed. The end that Marcus Mariota probably has faced the past few weeks. So, listen, none of that, with all due respect, none of that is phasing me.
Be right back, Tone. Keep talking.
No problem. So, again, y'all, look, this is a game that I expect the Eagles to take care of business. The division is on the line today. Win and you're in. Very simple to understand. That game last week was everything you needed to knock down the first domino towards where you want to go heading into the playoffs. You win this game, take care of business. You control it from beginning to end. You dominate all 3 phases of the football. Then you get the Buffalo next week. That's going to be a tougher game. You're on the road in Buffalo. That crowd gets busy. That is going to be a challenging game. You're going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Some believe the best. in Josh Allen. And granted, we've beaten Josh Allen before. Oh, look at the baby.
It's my man's.
We've beaten Josh Allen before.
My grand Roman.
Little Rome. So this is a big opportunity for the Eagles. You went out, you go into the playoffs 12-5, and you could potentially be sitting at the 2nd or 3rd seed. And I'm honestly not uncomfortable with either of those spots for the Eagles.
I'm with you.
I don't want the number 1 seed now that I think I said this to you earlier this week. I don't want the number 1 seed. Y'all gotta have it.
I don't care where we go, because at the end of the day, don't nobody want to come down 95. Nobody wants to come down 95. They can talk all of that smack about the offenses. Don't nobody want to come to the link. Don't do it. It's bad for business. It's bad for business. So the way our offense is trending with the way that our defense is playing, y'all don't want them type of problems. You're going to be home in Cancun pretty quick.
I agree.
So,
I agree 100%.
We'll get it together, and they'll what you looking at? And again, I keep using the same phrase. Just handle business today. Just handle business. We don't need nothing extra.
Nothing complicated. Nothing cute.
We don't need nothing. Exactly. We don't need nothing cute, special, nothing like that. What we have should be sufficient.
If I'm being honest with you, they could run out the same game plans last week.
So
they really could.
All right, bub.
I'm looking at, let me see here. Let me look at Washington's defense right now for today, or at least see who's healthy. So
Debo, they're gonna try to get the ball. Debo gonna have about 15 touches.
Yeah, believe it or not, though, last week he didn't have a single rush attempt. He had 5 targets and 3 catches. Longest catch today was 18 yards. I don't know. Let me see how many rushing attempts he actually has on the season. Because, let me see, 2025. Debo, wow. Did you know Debo only has 13 carries this year?
What? That's got to be a typo.
No, it's not. ESPN, baby. 13 carries.
Wow.
This is the lowest since 2020 when he had 8 and he was hurt. 13 games, 13 carries, 49 yards, 1 rushing touchdown, averaging less than 4 yards a carry. This is clearly not something that they've committed to in their game plan. They haven't committed to using Debo the way San Fran did. And that, you know what that tells me? That tells me Debo ain't the same Debo. Granted, we've been through that.
Yeah. The tires running low.
And with the tail end of the season.
Yeah. Debo is a physical runner. So all of that punishment catching up with him.
Yeah, last year he had 42 carries for 136 yards and a touchdown. His production as a rusher has been going down each and every year since 2020. Listen to this. Listen to these numbers, right? Yeah. So 2021, 59 carries, 365 yards, 8 rushing touchdowns. 2022, 13 games, 42 carries, 232 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns. 2023, 37 carries, 225 rushing yards, 5 rushing touchdowns. 2024, 42 carries, 136 rushing yards, 1 rushing touchdown. And 2025, 13 carries, 13 games played, 49 rushing yards, 1 rushing touchdown. This is not their game plan.
No.
They were going up against Giants last week. They could have used Debo at any point in running the game.
Absolutely. You want that?
So
okay.
So
let me take him back.
No, you good. You good. So that's
say bye. Say go Birds.
Go Birds, little man.
Say
see
go
you,
Birds.
Ron.
Say go Birds.
He like, bro, drop me off ASAP. So that's just the situation, y'all. Like, yeah, they got Debo, but Debo isn't doing. He isn't doing what people are accustomed to him doing. That's just the reality, y'all. So yeah, they got Debo, and we also know Debo, bro, the clamps. Debo is not a spectacular route runner. And in my humble opinion, Debo doesn't even have top 15 hands at his position. He's not a top 15 route runner. Not a top 15 pass catcher. Like, I don't even think Debo top 20 at the position today. I could probably go through the league and find 20 receivers I would take over Debo today. 20 receivers. So, like, Terry McLaurin is light years better than Debo today. So, I'm not worried about Debo saying you like the same way that some people may be. The Commanders, they're shorthanded, they're compromised. They're already they're
reading the chat, bro. I said Debo ain't shit. Damn.
Oh man. Listen, Debo the type that Debo's the type to already have his vacation plans locked up. He's that kind of guy.
He got the reservations for Cancun already.
Listen, bro, vacation plans already set up. They're 4-10. You think is anybody in that building that don't get their vacation plans already signed up?
Oh, they already got it. Yeah, you're right.
Come on, man.
They know they're not making the playoffs, so
come on.
Yeah, they got them tickets already scheduled.
So I look at the Commanders as a team that's just waiting to die. They don't life support. They just waiting for a family member to come in and pull the plug.
So we just got to come in and just squash them,
and not play around with the food, man.
You know what? I forgot about that, Brandon. Let's let Jahan get a little get back.
The get back was winning that Super Bowl. Doing what we did with the 55-pointer.
You know what? Jahan Dotson is what we wanted Quez Watkins to be.
When the ball come, catch it. Simple as that.
When you get your opportunities, you're not gonna get a lot of them because you're not that dude here. But when your opportunity comes, you catch the ball. And Jahan Dotson has caught some jewels. So I ain't got nothing but love for Jahan. You got your ring, deservedly so. Should have been a touchdown. But bruh, you've been to the mountaintop, so now you understand what it takes.
Exactly. You know how to play his role even more. When you see your role and you see it works, you see that it works as well. And also when you playing with AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, playing your role is a lot easier.
Yeah. Absolutely. Marcus Mariota is playing hard. And so is our defense.
Oh, Tyler. That's so sweet. That's so sweet.
You ain't doing like that, did you, Tom?
Tyler.
You done with the condescending.
Marcus. Hey, little buddy, you heard him? Marcus Mariota's playing hard.
You wrong.
Oh. You guys. And Tyler, you're my man. You're my man, Tyler. I like you a lot. He's playing hard.
Jahan getting a touchdown today. I like that. I like that. Like that. Who throwing it to him? Is it going to be Jalen or is it going to be Tanner McKee? I wouldn't mind seeing mop-up duty today.
Bruh. Listen, man. You put Quinyon on Terry and everything else gonna fall into place.
Yeah, but hey, man, listen. Terry McLaurin has got his against the Eagles. He has performed adequately against the Birds. So
yeah, but
we got to bottle him up.
The person that he did it on ain't on his team no more. The person he did it on, like Slay used to get abused by Scary Terry.
Yeah. And
he ain't here no more. Quinyon, on the other hand, he 2 for 3 against Scary. He 2-1 against Scary Terry. 2-1. The first matchup they lined up, Scary Terry was non-existent. He got him in the second game.
He only got like 5 targets that game or something like that.
I can't quite remember. I could probably double check that. But
he had a good game against him. I remember that.
Not the first one. The first one, non-factor. Let me double check. So, all right, week 11, Scary Terry against the Eagles. Wow, their leading receiver was Austin Eckler in that game. So week 11 last season, the Eagles beat them 26-18. Scary Terry had 2 targets, 1 catch, 10 yards. Quinyon was on him the bulk of the game.
Yep.
Then you get to the second matchup. That's when Scary got his get back, right? The second game, Scary Terry, he had a solid game. He went 6 targets, 5 catches, 60 yards. Had that 32-yard touchdown on Quinyon, where he got behind the safeties and whatnot. Quinyon thought he had safety help, but nonetheless, it happened. But still, it wasn't an elite game, but it was a necessary game. 6 targets, 5 catches, 60 yards, a touchdown. It worked. Then we got to the conference championship game. Scary Terry had that quick slant touchdown on Darius Slay. Other than that, he was
right.
a non-factor.
Yeah, you're right.
When Quinyon was on him, matter of fact, Quinyon caught a pick on him, mossed him. So I'm putting my money on Quinyon Bay. I'm putting my money on Quinyon Bay, man. And that conference championship, what did he do? Let me just make sure I'm looking at this correctly. The leading receiver was Zach Ertz.
Let's just leave no doubt. How about that? Let's just
7
leave
targets,
no
3
doubt
catches.
who the best team on the field is. Just keep it moving.
You're right. Leave no doubt. At the end of the day, man. At the end of the day, you got to show up and take care of business.
That's it. That's it.
Show up and take care of business, man. Take care of business. Let's see where we are.
The more we talk, the more we end up talking about style points, and I don't care about style points. I don't care about style points, man.
I know you don't care about them. I know you don't care about it, and normally I don't, especially when you're going up against good teams. When you're going up against bad teams, I expect you to make them look like how they looked all year, bad. So ain't about nothing. Take care of business. Listen, even if you beat them 28-10, I'm cool with that.
I want another goose egg.
Now you're talking style points. I thought we didn't want that.
No, that's dominant. That's defensive dominance. That's defensive dominance. Style points only come off from the offense because you want to see 35 passes. You want to see 300 plus yards in the air, and I want everybody to have 6 targets, and I want Saquon to have 15 carries and 160
just
yards.
like an offensive player. There's no style points on defense. That's spoken just like an offensive player.
Because the defense can only take advantage of the mistakes the offense makes.
But they can do it in style, baby. We're talking sacks. We're talking interceptions. We're talking pick sixes and fumble recoveries for
sacks are part of dominance. Sacks are part of winning in the trenches. Tackles for losses, winning in the trenches. Hurries and pressure, winning in the trenches. Pass breakups, winning in the trenches. And of course, picks. Style points is when you get the interception, but you pass it you shovel it to the safety trailing behind you, so because he's faster than you. That's style points for the defense.
Kind of like what Kyle Van Noy did against the Bengals.
Yep, exactly.
Kind of like that.
Exactly. That's style points.
Yo, that was a crazy play because my man just picked it, ran it, handed it off like it was a basket of cookies. Said, "Hey, take this to the crib. I gotta make a quick run. Take this to the crib." So that was yeah, man. Listen, smash him, embarrass him, abuse him, use him. Use it. Hey, listen, Rick James has always said, use and abuse him. Whoop that trick. For sure, man. Listen, man, I want to see a dead body. That's what I want. I want to see a dead body. That's what I want. So yeah, man, it's gonna be a hell of a game. Have the inactives come out yet? Has anything come out for the Eagles from an injury perspective?
I haven't seen anything.
Let me see if I can see what's going on with their injury report right now. All right. Lane Johnson and Jalen Carter still out, of course. The Eagles have been pretty healthy over the stretch. All things considered, their injury report isn't really that long. But nonetheless, get in, take care of business, stay healthy, and move on to the next one.
Yeah,
that's how I'm looking at it. That's how I'm looking at it, man. We can get to our predictions and we can start to close this thing out if you're ready.
All right. You want to do predictions or you want to do super chats?
Super chats first. Let's do
We
that.
got like
Super
9
chat
of the
first.
bucks.
Yeah, let's do that.
24 birds always coming through with the
For
love.
sure. Always showing love. Thank you, 24.
Always on both sides of the coin. Same thing with Ian. Thanks for the content. Go Birds on both sides of the coin. Pro Fan Talk and Chalk It Up Sports. Appreciate that, Ian.
Thank you, Ian. I appreciate you, man. Means a lot to us.
My man Darth Panda. Rams had 4 games this year where they had a 80% chance to win in the second half. Eagles, 49ers, Panthers, and Seattle, and they lost all 4. They are frauds.
Those are signature losses, if you ask me.
Yeah, I agree.
In 3 of those teams, you're potentially going to see in the playoffs. 2 of them are divisional. And one of those teams knows you very well because you played each other a lot the past 2 seasons.
Right.
You played the Eagles 3 times in the past, 365 days?
Yeah.
And each time they've beaten you. Each time they've beaten you. That's not something to sneeze at.
And it wasn't like they had bad games.
Yes, that part.
It wasn't like that all of a sudden Stafford was just horrible. Jared Verse wrecked shop.
We got arguably their best in all those games.
Correct. That's precisely my point.
That's why when people get excited about the Rams, like, okay, cool, yeah, but they got to do that against the Eagles, though.
Facts.
That's what I'm saying. And I think that's a real thing. Again, 4 of those 4 teams, signature losses. You lost to a Panthers team that looks very interesting. And you lost 2 of those losses was divisional games, Seattle and San Fran. One of those losses, you lost to that team 3 times prior to, and you may see them again. I'm telling you, the Rams, yeah, they playing hot, but you don't think you lose to a team 3 times, 3 times last time you seen them. Once in the regular season, twice in the regular season, once in the playoffs and the divisional round. You think that doesn't linger in the back of their head, especially coming off the way they lost to us the first time. Just recently, this season, you had them dead to right.
They look at it differently. Because because this is how they see it. They see it how we conversate about our losses. We don't. If we ain't fumbling the ball, we beat Dallas. If we make the field goal, we beat Chicago.
Fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough.
If AJ catches that ball across the middle, we beat the Chargers.
Right.
So they look at it the same way, and so from that standpoint, I understand it.
But we're talking about the Eagles losing to different teams under different circumstances.
Well, yeah, but okay. So look at it like this: last year, and this is valid, dude. The only reason y'all beat us is because y'all blocked that damn field goal.
Well, that's
y'all dead to rights.
Well, that's this season.
Yeah, but my point is they took the loss.
No, right. They took the loss, right?
They took the loss, and I'm just trying to drive home the point of the perspective from their side, because they're saying the same things we say. We lost that game. We gave it away. We've been blocking the extra point all freaking year, and all of a sudden we have a failure over our left side. We ain't had no problem with this all year. Now they get to block in. So you look at it like that, it's like, damn, one person failed.
But I would agree with you if they didn't lose to them the 2 other times they ran against each other.
Well, no, I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just simply giving you their perspective.
Their mindset.
Correct.
Understood. That's not necessarily what you think. You're talking about how they may see it and how they probably should see it.
Exactly, because keep it a buck, we say the same exact thing.
That's a fair point.
To say you lost the game and you shot yourself in the foot is like Kleenex. Everybody says that.
That's a fair point. That's a very fair point. Now, in acknowledging what you think they may be thinking, what are you thinking?
What I'm thinking? As far as what?
As far as what we're talking about, 3 consecutive losses at Philadelphia Eagles. You may see them in the playoffs again. You gave up a 20-plus point lead in the second half, and it just seems as though no matter the condition, be it if you in LA where the conditions are pristine, LA nights, baby, clear night, clear skies, you couldn't beat them. A blizzard in Philadelphia, you couldn't beat them.
And they played well.
Yeah. You had a 23, 24-point lead on the road going into halftime. You still couldn't beat them.
So then what I'm thinking is you watch some tape, all 3 games, then you watch some tape of games this year, and then you say they are not showing us anything that we can't handle.
Schematically,
there's no reason why we shouldn't beat this team. That's what we're saying.
And I think I'm tapping it more so into the things you can't measure.
Yeah.
Which is arbitrary and, subjective at the end of the day.
Yeah. We when you in the locker room and you watching film, you ain't worried about that.
Of course.
You're looking at what's on film and you just shaking your head like, yeah, I'm gonna get some of that. They can't hang with us. You are looking for the chinks in the armor. You are looking for the weaknesses. Has anybody had a lot of success running on us since Chicago?
No.
So you learn from your mistakes.
But stopping the run is also a mindset too.
Absolutely. But a mindset means nothing if you don't wrap up in the tackle.
Tackling is a mindset. It's a 1-2 thing. It's certain thing. You played the game. There's certain parts about this game that is strictly 1-2.
Absolutely. There are tackles and there are business decisions.
Yeah, you can have all the technique in the world. You can be taught properly how to do something. Do you want to do it though?
Name one of our DBs that cannot tackle.
So I'm saying
and we didn't have that a couple years ago. We had CJ Gardner-Johnson, and before we had Quinyon and Coop.
Mm-hmm.
Bradbury wasn't laying no wood. Now we got Cooper, who can textbook tackle. Quinyon gets the job done.
Yeah.
Reed Blankenship can lay the wood. Adoree Jackson.
He's been better. He's been better, but he's your weakest link there.
Yes, he can get it done. Everybody else, as far as linebackers and defensive linemen, we're good.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. It will be interesting nonetheless. But gotta get there. Take
great question
first.
Do y'all see, fellas? Nice to see y'all. Do y'all think when we win this game, should we play the starters against Buffalo?
Yes.
That's a great question.
Yes,
I agree. Yes, we should.
Without question. You haven't earned that right.
Yeah,
frankly.
Yeah. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Now, if we get to the last game against Washington, I want Tanner McKee starting. But again, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah, I think I'm even up in the air about that. I just need to see how if the seating is locked in, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm not ready to have a conversation of who should they sit these guys. They haven't earned that right, if you ask me. They're not there yet. They're not.
I'm with you 100%. Yeah. Split back formation under center with Saquon and Tank is the key. I don't think it is the key.
But it's a dimension that we should tap into.
That's a very important room that needs to be opened.
Yes. So I won't say the key.
I do not disagree.
Yeah, it's not the key to the house.
Right.
But it's a piece of furniture in there.
Yeah, it's the code to the garage door, that's for sure.
Yeah, maybe that.
275 plus 43 rushing yards, AJ 2 touchdowns, 112 receiving yards, Saquon 124 rushing yards. Damn, like what you playing, Madden?
Wait, are those the stats from? Those stats look familiar.
I guess this is their prediction.
But hey, listen, DJ, if you like it, I love it, man.
I like the way you think. So, you think we're gonna sit Jalen for the last 2 games? It all depends on how we play.
Listen, man.
If he's nicked up or something happens, he gets something stupid. That's the other thing I worry about, because you always gonna have somebody. I can see Frankie Louvo trying to do something dumb.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? So that's the type. That's why I'm like, listen, let's get this lead, get ahead, and if we can pull out and be playing mop up duty sometime in the second half, so be it. So be it. Because there's always somebody that's trying to go that extra mile that's going, that can hurt us. And I don't want to see that happen. So
I agree 100%. Shout out to Keith, man. We appreciate you.
So, and I think that's it with the super chats. Appreciate y'all with the super chats, man.
For sure. All right, let's get to our bold predictions. Anything bold you're thinking about when it comes to this matchup for the Eagles offense or Eagles defense?
You know what? Brandon Graham with 2 more sacks.
Ooh, I like that. That's
Brandon Graham getting comfortable at defensive tackle.
No, I like that actually.
And that's the new duo. Who had that on their bingo card? Brandon Graham and Jordan Davis?
Yeah. Brandon Graham, Moro, Jomo, all that. Yeah.
Oh my God. So I like, and again, Never saw this coming. Never saw this coming. With Jalen Phillips, with Jordan Davis, with Brandon Graham, with Ojomo, with Jalen Hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Our defensive line is I don't want to say they're better than last year, but they're just as effective.
I think arguably they're more as a group. I want to say, and by the way, Jalen Carter isn't even back yet.
He ain't even playing. So when we get to the playoffs, that's something else that they got to worry about.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And it's not like it's a position where he got to the game plan. I haven't played in a couple weeks. No, he's gonna be ready to go.
Right.
But no, man, that.
And when
are they because we're dealing with an ascended Jordan Davis and a Moro Jomo who's having a better season this year than Milton Williams had for the Eagles last year, technically, from a sack perspective at least. And I think you're more talented. I think Jalen Phillips, his ceiling is higher than a Sweat.
Yeah. And like my man, like Justin said, Nolan Smith got him
last week. And Jalen Hunt has ascended as well. I would argue this front seven is more talented than the one last year.
Our NASCAR package is ridiculous, bro. We always got fresh legs and problems coming off the sidelines. Brandon Graham is a problem. Jalen Hunt is a problem. Ojomo is a problem. Nolan Smith is a problem. So you got a rotation at the edge of Jalen Phillips, Jalen Hunt, Nolan Smith, and when you need him, Brandon Graham.
Mm-hmm.
That's at the edge. And then you can move Brandon Graham inside. He's shown that he can be effective. Now you got to deal with Graham, Jordan Davis on Ojomo. And let's not forget Byron Young, who's been balling the hell out the last couple of weeks.
Byron Young, I didn't even see what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Somebody that we done forgot that's just, and I can't even say quietly doing it. We just forgot him. Because he's been in the limelight and he is paying dividends.
See?
So this defensive line is winning in the trenches, and that's what we need. The only thing we got to do, we got to keep Mariota bottled up. Because he can run, he can get outside, he can do things with his legs. And I think that's what they're going to try to do today. So we got to keep him bottled up. Get hands on him.
Sound good to me, man. So you said BG 2 more sacks?
BG 2 more sacks.
All right, offensively, what you thinking about? Any bold predictions?
I want to see Jahan Dotson have a day.
Ooh, so what we thinking? 60 yards, touchdown?
You know what? Jahan Dotson is going to have like 3 catches and 2 tutties.
That's interesting.
But I think Devontae Smith is going to have a day today.
That's what I was thinking about. I think Devontae Smith is going to go crazy today.
But I think Jahan is going to be the one getting in the end zone.
They're missing their top 2 corners.
Yes.
Like, it's one of those games where I'm going to be honest, we're at that point in the season where throw it to the open guy. Simple as that. Who's open?
Yeah.
Simple as that. Who's open?
I'm with you, Mortis. Don't want to risk any injury for seeding. Sit 2 games. It depends. It depends.
I think that second spot is very, very rewarding if they get that.
If there's a way, it all depends on what everybody else does and where we fall. If we have a legitimate opportunity to move up, then they will do that. But if we cannot improve our seeding with a win or a loss, then sit them the last 2 games.
Yeah, because the floor is the 3rd seed. That's the floor.
Yeah,
we're not moving out of that. So you're going to get. You're guaranteed 2 home games, at the very least. If you get the number 2 seed, you're guaranteed 2 home games, and
that's all we need.
And I think with that 3rd seed, you're damn near guaranteed 2 home games, right? It's possible.
It's possible. I always get confused when it comes to stuff like that because that situation is so fluid, and that goes up to the.
Actually, no, you'll be guaranteed 1 because let's say the 2nd seed wins, you would have to play.
Yeah, that goes to the last minute. So that's like a fluid situation. I don't care.
But if you get the 2nd seed, you're guaranteed 2 home games in a row.
Yeah, let's just get
without question.
Let's just lock up the NFC East. Then we can safely say we are in. Once you in, you in.
Yeah. All right. So Jahan Dotson for you. You said what was it? You said 6 catches, 2 touchdowns? Or 5
I
catches?
said no. He's gonna have like 3 or 4 catches with 2
Three,
touchdowns.
3 or 4 catches, 2
But
touchdowns.
Devontae Smith is gonna be the leader in yards.
Got you. Okay. For me, defensively, I think Zach Bond gets another interception this week, and Nakobe Dean has a strip sack.
Okay.
So I think both of those players take the ball away.
Nakobe Dean has been next level, bro.
Dog. I'm at a point now where I'm just expecting the A-gap blitz. I'm expecting it. So yeah, that's my bold prediction for the defense. Nakobe Dean, strip sack, and Zach Bond interception. Offensively, I actually got Saquon Barkley having a day.
I'm good with that.
I got Saquon Barkley having a day. So
if I was gonna pick a running back, I'll pick Tank.
I was going to say Tank, but I think I got this feeling. So
I think they're gonna go into this game saying that he is not gonna beat us today.
Interesting.
I can see that happening, but I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind seeing Saquon with 130.
Yeah, and honestly, you know, you're leaking. You're heading into the playoffs. They're probably thinking, let's split those carries up a little bit more. We want to make sure we get our guys into the playoffs healthy and right. So, but nonetheless, I still think Saquon has a day regardless of his touches. Because last game, Saquon had. Last game, Saquon had. Let me check his touches in his. He had 22 carries, 78 rushing yards, and a touchdown. Yeah, I think Saquon's gonna have a day. I think he's gonna go over 100 yards. He's gonna have a touchdown. The carry amount varies, but he's gonna have a day today. He's gonna average over 4 yards a carry today.
Works for me.
And defensively, I said that already. So yeah, defensively, Nakobe strip sack, Zach Bond interception, and then today Saquon Barkley goes for over 100 yards and a touchdown. He averages over 4 yards a carry, and honestly, that should be light cheese for him. But obviously, the season is going the way it's going. All right, score predictions. What you thinking?
You know what? I don't even want to give a score prediction. I want the score to be too much to not enough. I don't care what it is.
I like it.
Just secure the NFC East.
Okay. I ain't mad at that. I'm gonna go 27-6. 27-6. Philadelphia Eagles win. 27-6. That's how I'm looking at you guys. All right. Any last words, Marcus, before we got here?
Nah, handle business. We getting some scores in the chat. Blunt says 30-17. Key says 21-7. I like this. The score will be a whole lot to a whole little.
That's funny.
So yeah, man, it is what it is. Take care of business, man. Keep your eye on your luggage.
Yeah, we got one last super chat. Young Ghost 2.0. Do y'all think Cooper takes over for Dotson? I think he's talking after this season.
Next year? Absolutely.
I think so.
And let me be honest with you. I wouldn't mind them keeping Dotson because I don't think he's gonna cost a lot of money. But
he's not a priority, but if he has an opportunity to get more money somewhere, he go take it.
Right, but expanding my map a little bit, I could see, depending on what they do, I could see Jahan as a good fit in Cleveland because they need a veteran receiver. They need a veteran receiver that's still good, and Jerry Jeudy is the hell up out of there. They tired of his antics, so they need a good veteran receiver that still got skills, and he got a lot of gas in the tank. And they can still draft somebody, and so he can play mentor and all of that type of stuff. And guess what? Jahan Dotson can still play. He can still go take the top off.
Yeah, he's a deep threat.
Yeah,
and he runs good routes.
How old is he?
Jahan got to be like what, 26, 25? Let me see.
If he's that young, absolutely. Because you got to look at
Jahan Dotson's 25 years old.
Oh, dude, I can see that happening. And with his limited snaps this year, he got fresh legs. He's got fresh legs. I thought he was like 27, 28. Man, he gonna get paid.
And I've seen what Jahan Dotson can do when he's getting a lot of targets. So you know, yeah, man. I had a feeling. I already had a feeling like that before the season started that they're gonna probably lose him. Because there's gonna be teams that need receivers, young quarterbacks. They want to try to add to that. So maybe Cleveland that could probably work. Maybe New York.
Raven fans. You want to see the Eagles whoop ass.
You know, so we'll see. Other than that, y'all, that's the show, man. You guys have been phenomenal as always. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to Pro Fan Talk. Make sure you guys go lock in on Chalk It Up Sports. We appreciate the love and the support. Again, you guys are fantastic as always. Stay locked in. Eagles play 5 p.m. At what is it? FedEx Field, wherever the field is. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know where they play the Super Bowl, the Campbell Super Bowl. I don't know. But 5 p.m. Eastern time. Eagles at Commanders. I expect a domination. I expect an obliteration. I expect abuse. And it's just that simple. He's Markus Thomas. I'm Tony DeShields II. This has been the Bald Eagles Podcast. And it's straight like that, y'all. Flag was fly.
Go Birds.
In the city of Philly, where the birds take flight, Eagle swag on the rise each and every night. Tone and Markus got the scoop ready to ignite. From the lanes of South Street to the Broad Street lights. Dashing like